and gentlemen, in today's video, I am going to be giving you my stereotype for every NFL fan base. Now, I don't mean to offend people when I'm making this video, and if I do, please understand this is just how I view the general population of that fan base. Not every person, just generally. Couple of things before we hop into the video. Don't forget to use code WyattzWorld on G Fuel or Prize Picks, where you can save yourself a discount on any G Fuel products or match up to $100 of your first deposit. But that's all I got for plugs. Let's get into every NFL fan base's stereotype. Alright, so going at a totally random order and beginning with the Pittsburgh Steelers, my stereotype for your guys' fan base is that you're all a bunch of trolls. Take that how you will, but I just don't know if I can ever take you guys serious or not. When I'm talking to you on social media, there is so many troll Steeler accounts that when anybody says, coming from a Steelers fan, or I'm a Steelers fan, I immediately am saying, well, are they full of it or are they actually meaning what they're saying? After the Steelers, we've got the Colts. Their fans are quiet. They're a very quiet group of people. I really don't hear much from them, and when I do, it's either good game or, yeah, we deserve to lose. You know, you'd think a fan base that Pat McAfee is part of would be, you know, loud and obnoxious, but they're not. Now we've got the Broncos. Their fans are short-tempered. I know a lot of Broncos fans in person, and every one of them is the same way, dude. They'll be so happy watching their game. And then one pick, one fumble, one mistake, the other team scores a touchdown, and they are smashing things, screaming. It's like they're one of those black cat fireworks. 2 seconds and that fuse is BAM! And with that being said, they're good people, though. I've never actually met a Denver fan that I don't like. And that'll bring us to the Patriots. Their fan base, to me, they're old. Seems like every time you hear, see, or talk to a Patriots fan, they're like above the age of 40. You see someone wearing a Patriots jersey, it's never a kid. Next time you see a Patriots Twitter account, click on that. I guarantee you the bio is gonna say loving father of 4. They're old. Up next, we've got the Dallas Cowboys. I like this team. I don't hate the fans, but I can't help but picture bald jean shorts and a pair of K-Swisses. Can't forget the Cowboys jersey, too. Every time I picture a Cowboys fan, that is exactly what I see. Every time I'm arguing with one on social media, that's exactly who I picture. Every time. Now we've got the Seahawks. They are over dramatic. If that team wins a game, it could be against anyone. That fan base has the mentality and the voice that they are going all the way. But the second they lose a game, they react as if their entire starting lineup got injured at one time. Like their season is just over. There's no way they're gonna come back from it. I know I've said this before, but it's the truth. It's how they are. It's how Seattle fans are. Their standards are just crazy. I shouldn't say standards, but expectations. That'll bring us to the Saints. Their fans are aggressive, a very, very aggressive group of people. They're always fighting with other fans in the stands. They're shouting. They wake up and look to take things the wrong way. Like they're one of the fan bases that if you shoulder bumped into one of their fans at one of their home games, I guarantee you they would get in your face and be asking if you want the smoke. And now we got the Vikings. Their stereotype is that they're nice, because they are, but that's how everybody sees Minnesota. Minnesota nice. You know, you go to Minnesota, eh? You wave at strangers. They got the fans there where they'll sit at a stop sign for 5 minutes waving each other across because they want the other person to have the honors of going first. I mean, shit, if you remember when the Vikings lost to Philadelphia in Philly after that game, there's videos of Vikings fans like saying good luck to Philly fans and the Philly fans just like screaming at them. Like even through all of that, they were still just like, okay, good luck. And that'll bring us to the Cleveland Browns. Now, I do think their fans are nice, but their fans are very much, look at me, I'm a Browns fan. Anytime you talk about your team going through a struggle, an injury, or a difficult place, they are gonna be the first one to be like, well, try being a Browns fan once. Like, if you are hanging out with a Browns fan, you are very aware that you are hanging out with a Browns fan. That'll bring us to the Titans. Who? I still, to this day, don't think I've actually seen a physical Titans fan. I've only read about them online, honestly. I've heard from them. I don't know if they actually exist. I have never seen a Titans fan. I've never seen someone been like, hey man, how you doing? I'm Wyatt. I'm a fan of the Buffalo Bills. Who is your favorite team? And they go, I'm a Titans fan. That has never happened. I've been alive for 27 years. They're not real. Now we got the Raiders. Their fans are very hardcore, extreme people. Dude, they will dress head to toe like they're about to go to war for the Battle of Winterhold in Skyrim. And they'll sit through the whole game like that. Like, these are an extreme group of people. Die-hard fans, I will give them the credit, but man, they scare me a little bit. And that'll bring us to the Jets, and kind of like the Saints, how I said they were aggressive, the Jets are generally just kind of mean, their fans at least. Could be because I roast them, it could be because their team has horrible luck, but it just seems like their fans are always angry. They've always got a chip on their shoulder. They're never smiling and having fun, like they're just always... And now we've got the New York Giants. They're a very optimistic group of people, always optimistic about their team, always optimistic about specific players, always optimistic about something. You know, coming out of every offseason, they always have an idea that they could make the playoffs. Not saying they expect it, but they could. You know, they're an optimistic group of people. That'll bring us to the Arizona Cardinals. They are extremely irritable. They're a calm group of people who are usually nice, but you can set them off like that. Kind of like, you know, the Broncos are short-tempered, although it could be literally anything. It could be you making fun of their team, you making a Kyler Murray joke, anything, and they will snap and just start fucking screaming at you. I guess the correct term for this would be, spaz. That'll bring us to the Atlanta Falcons. Dude, I like Falcon fans. They are honest. They tell you how it is. They'll tell you right away from week one if they think they're gonna be good or bad. They'll tell you right away if they don't like a player on their team. Like, I have a couple friends who are Falcon fans, and they're always just like, yeah, we fucking suck. We're not gonna go anywhere. Or this whole last year, they're like, yeah, Arthur Smith's terrible. I know that we're doomed. Appreciate the realists in the world. I like you, Falcon fans. And that'll bring us to the Bears. They are loud. They are the boys who cried wolf. Every single offseason, they will talk up their team to the moon. And every single year, their team disappoints. Anytime they get hyped about something and start talking about it like it's about to explode, it'll backfire in their face and flatline before you know it. Like, you just cannot take them serious. And I know last year I fell into the hype and I looked like a fool, but I'm just saying, I did it once. They do it every single year, annually, on a calendar. All right, now we got the Ravens. Their fans are assholes. I have had so many bad run-ins with Raven fans. They don't have a sense of humor. They will not tolerate even an idea that their team is anything other than what they think it is. And they are assholes. Here's a social experiment for you again on Twitter, you know, the most toxic app of all time. Go find a Ravens fan tweeting about Lamar Jackson and just tweet this. Lamar is good, but I don't think he deserves MVP. You will have 20 accounts coming at your throat within seconds. And now we've got the Houston Texans. They are a passionate fan base. They believe in themselves. They believe in their team. You know, there are teams that can have hot streaks. There are teams that can go to the playoffs. And there are fan bases that can look at those teams and say, this is a insanity run. We don't belong here. You know, I don't think we're going to win, but we enjoy the ride. Texan fans know they believed in themselves all year long. They believed in themselves all the way through the playoffs. And that's not an insult. That's an admirable thing, honestly. I'm just saying they are a passionate fan base. Now moving on, we got the Chargers. I think your fans are whoever is paid to show up and cheer on your team. Sorry, I still don't believe it and I never will. And now we got Buffalo. I know our stereotype. We're insane. We're nuts. Bill fans are notorious for jumping through flaming tables, shotgunning beers, sacrificing themselves into the pit this entire year because every time someone went down into the new stadium building got arrested, they won. I mean, you can even say they're superstitious. They're just the most insane, unpredictable group of fans on the earth. And they're also the best fans on the earth. I think they've won that 3 years in a row, and they're probably going to make it 4 now, which would not make up for the 4 Super Bowls they lost in a row, but it would be cool. Now we got Philadelphia. Their fans are obnoxious. They suck. Might be the worst fan base of them all, and I'm very vocal about that. Philly is the team. I don't really care for them either, but their fans, the loudest, meanest, most aggressive group of people I have seen in a single gathering. Now we got the Rams, the exact opposite of Philly. They're chill. Their fans always seem to be chill. They always seem to be going with the flow. They're grateful for what they have. They're grateful for the seasons that they get. Their fans are pretty likable. Now we got the Carolina Panthers, and this is the opposite of what I said about the Patriots and their fan base being old. The Panthers fans, I swear, are all about 8. Anytime I talk to a Panther fan, they cannot spell. Their profile picture is Bryce Young or a SpongeBob character. It just seems like this is a very, very young generation of fans there. That'll bring us to the Packers, okay? The stereotype for the Packers is that they're a bunch of fat pigs who just eat greasy cheese all day. But the reality of the Packer fans, they're actually a pretty cool group of people. We get along with them in Minnesota. It's not the hatred that you think. Now we've got the Bengals. Their fan base is Joe Burrow. They eat, sleep, and breathe Joe Burrow. You have a conversation with them about anything, it will end up being about Joe Burrow. Jaguars, their fans are hyper, man. They're always full of energy. If you look at them on the screen at their games, if they're ahead, they're screaming, jumping up and down, shaking each other. And if they're losing, you know, they're always just very animated, you know, hanging over their seats, rubbing their heads, smacking their hats on the chairs. Good or bad, it seems like there's always just so much energy within that fan base. Now we got the Chiefs. Their fans are nice, but they'll let you know that they're the best team in the league like, every 5 seconds. Now, you won't have fun talking about football with them because they're just gonna keep giving you the look of, oh, I know, but I'm better than you. And that'll bring us to the Miami Dolphins, and they are hateful. Man, does this fan base fucking hate Buffalo. They hate us. You can't talk to them if you're a Bills fan. They will see that you're a Bills fan and they will act as if you shot their parents dead. And I get it, trust me, it makes a lot of sense. It's like us and the Patriots, you know, a couple years ago. But I mean, it's almost like I think they need to get a medical diagnosis for how much hatred they have in their veins. Now we got Commander fans. Much like the Colts, they're just silent. They're quiet. They don't say anything. They don't do anything. Could be because their front office and coach were so bad for the last couple of years, but this fan base really does deserve better, which they're about to get. But up until now, my opinion of them is they're non-existent, kind of. On to the 49ers. They are very cocky. I mean, they have reason to be, but they are a cocky group of people. They think very highly of their team, their coach, their players. Well, maybe not their coach anymore, but they got a big head. Tampa Bay, I don't know why, but I associate them with being rich. Just seems like every time I see their fan base, they've got like chains around their wrists, their necks. They got a lot of streamers, Jinxie, Nick Merckx supporting them all the time that I'm seeing. Just seems like that group of people is very, very wealthy down there. And ending, we got the Lions. They are loyal. They love that team. I mean, yeah, you got the fan base like the Buffalo Bills, who I'm sure love the Bills as much as the Lion fans love the Lions. But for a fan base to support a team through the last 20 years, I think longer than that, to be honest, I think it was in like the 30s, you have got to be the most loyal group of people ever. I would have gotten the fuck out of there long ago. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is me stereotyping every NFL fan base. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and didn't get too upset at it. If you guys did enjoy it, you already know what to do to show support and turn that bell on. I try to post on this channel as often as I can. However, with everything I just said, I'm gonna get this edited so you guys can watch it on time. Have a great weekend, and I will see you in the next upload.